us so many times from going live. You don't know how many times I've just tried this. I was ticked off. Now, what's up, y'all? Now, I'm going to go into this prediction video, but I give people time enough to get in here. Because I don't make no announcements that I'm going live. I just do it. So, the news today is pretty much nothing. We're going to start with the fights in a minute. But did you see that idiot Joel Embiid up there doing, he on the injured list, and he up there on stage doing all this stupid stuff at a Meek Mill concert. Taking off your shirt and doing all that at a Meek Mill concert. Don't you know that dude is kryptonite? I don't know. Bad news just follows that guy, doesn't it? Now, of course, they told him to sit down. Yeah, a lot of people think my Cam voice sounded like LL. I don't think I had it exactly the way I normally have Cam's voice when I do it. Like, I didn't have the right pitch. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Doing alright, Craven. Cameron voice. You know, I said my part and everything I wanted to say, B. You know what I'm saying? People make videos every day, B. You tough? You be alright? That is not LL. LL is entirely different. LL is a little bit more direct to the point, a little clear and precise. You know, when you talk about LL Cool J, you're talking about a different character. You're talking about someone who's elevated the game of hip hop and taken it to another level. You know, because that's what LL do. You know, ladies love legend in leather. You know, LL, you know, I lick my lips. You know, I kind of set the trend. So that's LL right there. Of course it is. My cubbies, baby. Now that's LL. Now, how y'all get that confused with the Cam, I have no idea. But now that we got enough people here, we can get to some of the predictions. But first, we will talk about the controversy. Now, they did the weigh-in. Okay, and when they did the weigh-in, something was off with the scales. Granados get on the scale first, and he's a pound over. And I was saying to myself, I'm like, how in the world, as hard as this boy been training here in Chicago, how in the world is this boy a pound over? That don't even make no sense. And I'm like, the trainers, they supposed to watch stuff like that. It's crazy. And so he got back on the scale again. He took off his socks, took off his drawers, and he still was 148. So they said, well, and I'm like, that don't make no sense. This is Granados, not Adrian Broner. So AB gets on there, and he comes up 146 and a half. So Adrian comes up 146 and a half. Then, okay, he made weight. Now here come the next guy. The Lamont Peterson, and the guy David, the Armenian Russian dude that's going to be a killer in this fight tonight. He comes around and says, both of them was overweight. And it was like, and then the Granados, they told him, look, you don't got to get back on the scale. You good. We're going to get a whole nother scale in here. And the thing is, they had to take the scale out and bring another scale in because that scale was broken. And as soon as they brought the other scale in, the other two people got up on the scale and then they made weight. So you know what the talk was, right? Adrian knew he wasn't coming in at 147. He knew he was going to be at least 145 or 146. So if the scale is off about 1 pound and they can make it 1 pound heavier, Granados will go kill himself trying to lose weight to make weight when he already made weight. It was a strategy to try to wear him down. So they had to bring in another scale. That's what people are saying. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think they just really blew that up. But let's get to the predictions of the fight. Adrian Broner and Granados. Now, when you see this clash, you're going to see a lot of people are comparing this to the Madonna fight. Because Granados is going to jump over. He's going to jump on Adrian. But here's the problem. Broner hits like a tank. People forget in the Madonna fight, Madonna was running from Adrian Broner in the 12th round. Adrian Broner almost broke his jaw at the end of the 11th round. They were reviving him in the corner. People don't remember that. Broner didn't get stopped in that fight. He was the one, he won the 12th. A lot of people don't remember that. Then you got the fact with, they bring up Sean Porter. He dropped Porter with a left hook in the 12th round and won the 12th round. So those were his two losses. And Adrian showed his mettle all the way through for 12 rounds. And he wasn't even 100% for that Porter fight. Now, look what he did to those guys. Granados is a great attrition puncher. Adrian has one punch power. And when he's focused, this is the type of fight that they say, well, Adrian can't handle pressure. A pressure fighter beats him all the time. Okay, here's a pressure fighter. Let's see if this pressure fighter beat Adrian Broner. He's going to give him a fight. You're going to get your money's worth. So you ain't finna lose no money here. But when he hit Adrian, Adrian hit him with them shots, pop, body shots, and up top, he going to feel him. And then he ain't going to be too eager to want to jump on Adrian. I guarantee it. Adrian hits like a truck. Now, the Lamont Peterson fight, because you got about like 4 good fights on this card. I can't think of all of them right now because my head is spinning with all the stuff going on. I got NBA stuff going on. My head is all over the place. But Lamont Peterson might lose. Lamont Peterson might lose to the Russian guy. Matter of fact, I'm picking the Russian to beat Peterson in this fight. I got Broner winning the decision, but I think he might drop Granados in this fight too. Yeah, but he's fighting a Russian tonight who's a killer. This Russian, he beat the crap out of Shane Mosley. Even though, you know, Shane Mosley's pretty much done. This guy made sure of it. So y'all tell me who else is on the card. Let me see where the boxing fans at. What's up, Solo TV 84? Who else is fighting tonight on the Showtime card? Y'all let me know. That's okay, John, and give you something to do. We talked about Peterson. Who else? We talked about Peterson. We talked about AB. Who else is on the card? That's right. Top Dog versus Marcus Brown. There you go. And see, with Top Dog, what you're looking at is a fight where Marcus Brown really got beaten his last fight, and they robbed Lou DiBella's fighter. They call Hot Rod. I can't, because can't nobody pronounce his name. I don't care who you are, you can't pronounce that guy's name. That guy beat the crap and exposed Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown has not had a fight since. He did not rematch Hot Rod. And they putting him in here with Top Dog. Top Dog is going to win by knockout by left hook. Marcus Brown, they thinking he's the next coming. He's the next to get knocked out. And I don't think this fight goes past 5 or 6 rounds before Marcus Brown is in retreat. And he's going to look like a brownie. It's going to be Marcus Brownie. Moist. Real moist. He's going to get busted up in that ring. Yeah, John. Well, Deontay Wilder's in a fight he could possibly lose. Deontay's in a fight where, one punch, he's been out the ring for a while, and because he does not punch properly, and when you have a lot of power in your hands, you damage your hands all the time. You hurt him. And he kept going back into the fight, messing up his hands. Your hands, people don't understand. These young fighters and guys who hadn't been fighting all their careers, they don't take care of their hands. And without your hands, you ain't going to be able to box. If your hands is all messed up, no matter how powerful you are, one punch and you could be done. You can't even punch no more. So, for Wilder, it makes more sense. That's why he went and had the surgery on the hand. He really should have been out a year and been dealing with a hand therapist. Floyd needed to rest his hands, and when he left for those 2 years, it worked wonders for his hands. His hands was able to rest and heal from all the pressure of having the tape wrapped around your tendons and all that stuff. It can make your hand go numb sometimes if it's not right. It needs to be wrapped properly. So Floyd needed the rest on his hands. His hands was taking a beating, and the 2 years or the year and a half that he was out before he came back and fought Marquez, it was more than needed for his hands. Well, you need to ice him. A lot of them still don't ice. Roy wants to become cruiserweight champion. It's the only championship he didn't win from middleweight to 168 on up. He wants to be the best, and no one's ever done it. So that's what keeps him going. He won some WBF title last night, cruiserweight title, but he wants to win a major title for cruiserweight. Oh, I don't want Michelle Joy Phelps. She can do whatever she wants. Grant started making gloves. They start paying Floyd to wear the gloves. That's why he went back to Grant gloves. We just talked about Top Dog versus Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown is going to get knocked out by Top Dog because he's nothing but a brownie. Molly got a body, so I mean they both do, but I don't know. I'm an undisputed guy. I haven't really seen Molly in a while. You got married, Malik? Will Chavez Jr. make weight? Well, they're charging him $1 million per pound, so we have to wait and see. I think with $1 million per pound up there, he might come in 1 pound over. Man, it's 1:30 already. Nothing up right now, just tired. I've been up unnecessarily too early. Oh yeah, you guys are East Coast. Where I'm from, Midwest, is 1:30. Of course, I've seen a Nightmare on My Street video. It started a big controversy with New Line Cinema and the Fresh Prince. There was a big mess over the song, the video, and them actually getting Freddy Krueger to do the video and stuff. So they had to take it down, all kind of stuff. It's crazy. I'm like, they're promoting it. I don't know who's in the dunk contest. Whoever won it last year gonna win it this year. I think nothing tops last year's dunk contest. I just don't think they could reach that plateau again. Oh, dude's out with he got a torn ACL? Oh, well, if he got a torn ACL, then it's got to be Aaron Gordon by far. Nobody's going to beat Gordon. Everybody keep talking about they got stuff, because I'm still not sure Gordon didn't win that last year. That was a year they should have gave both of them the trophy. Because they did too many dunks where, that was it. I'm glad you liked the Cameron video. The funny part about it is that nobody really caught on to the fact that nobody even know what album he's talking about. He's talking about what he think about the album. Like, what album? That's just Cam, Like, there's a video where he's talking about Jay-Z always had money. It's just, it didn't even make sense. It didn't even have no point to the... Jay has always had money. The fans gonna put Carmelo in there. You guys put these guys in there. Because y'all watch ESPN all the time. Carmelo has had a season that has not been great at all anybody's standards. He should not be in the All-Star game. But because y'all had this crazy voting process now that they tried to change and let all the players make a decision too, they talk about all this star power. It's just that they gonna make... He's on ESPN every day. No matter how bad he plays, no matter what, they're gonna keep putting Melo on there, and he wants to play with LeBron and all of this stuff. It's like, look, man, Melo's great days look like they're far behind him. It look like he's slowing down. He'll have a good game, and then he'll have a lot of bad ones. But he's trying. He's competing. He's like, I'm gonna play my contract. The great Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons, how would he be in this league today? He would be the best player in NBA history. This is designed for him. You got no big man. People let you go to the lane and lay the ball up. It's a guard's dream. He could do anything he wanted out there on the court. You can't stop him. He'll get past the first guy. And he can shoot your lights out. He can pass. He'll make everybody on the team better. You win championships with a guy like that. See, Isaiah, he comes up under the old school, where you're not going to be getting a lot of steals on him. He can score with the left hand or the right hand, so he's not like one of these guys here, just one element, one trick ponies, like LeBron James. But after this fight here, though, Deontay Wilder has got to face. He's got to face Luis Ortiz or Stavern again. I mean, it's time. We got to start getting these fights together. I would rather Luis Ortiz fight Stavern now. Oh, Jamal, you're going to have to go back to the beginning to get our prediction on the Granados and Broner fight. Sorry you just got here. We understand, Jamal, you just got here, so you're going to have to start from the beginning. And if Broner wins this fight, he needs to fight the winner of Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia fight. That fight needs to happen right away. If he wants to compete at a welterweight, that's your fight. It's time for Broner to fight some, top tier talent. Or it's like, what are you doing? And Danny Garcia's got his hell cut off of him. But people got to start looking at Al Haymon and patting him on the back, because you're getting 50-50 fights. You're not getting showcase fights. You've been getting real fights from Al Haymon. Every card you've been seeing, the free and everything else, they giving you matchups. He's giving you fights. And he's doing this within less than a year. They started PBC in 2015. Sean has a hate for Al Haymon. I have no idea why the hate is so long and running the way it is. Sean is determined. Anything about Al Haymon, that's it. And every year they tell you the PBC finna go bankrupt, right? Till they find out they got like $900 million to play with. I told people Al Haymon was a billionaire, and they said, man, you stupid. I said, okay. Tried to tell you the man is a billionaire. He was a multi-millionaire. He offered people $20 million endorsement deals back in the 80s. What do you think he got now? You think he just went downhill? He's a Harvard grad. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has a powerful team. Plus, trust me, they don't let a black man be in charge of a fund of $900 million. Trust me, it ain't many in this world that they let be in charge of $900 million. Say, you run, here's $900 million out of this multi-billion dollar fund we got. Just take $900 million out and do what you want to do. You kidding me? The fund is worth billions. That's not even its innate value. It's got a whole lot more money in that bond. They just took like $900 million out of it. Al Haymon has a lot of power, and people just don't understand that. And they feared it more than anything, because he was strangling a lot of people's businesses, because it was messing up the money. When he was overpricing fights, it's messing up everybody else. It's just like monkey see, monkey do. They see the one guy getting all this money, ain't no way in the world they finna stay over here, and they see him getting money. They like, I gotta go to Al Haymon. Do you see any fighters suing Al Haymon? Not one fighter has sued Al Haymon. And he has had hundreds of fighters. Not one of them is suing him. You don't never hear nobody like, man, I'm finna sue Al Haymon. Who? What fighter? Only people you hear is promotional companies. Everybody trying to break their neck to get the Al. Please, man, tell Al I said hi, man. You signed the Al, man. Tell Al to sign me, man. Give me sign, please. But after this, Adrian got to step up. I don't know. I don't think he can make 140 pounds no more. So yeah, if he fight Vanes, Vanes is the guy. Vanes, I think he beat Laura in the last fight. Dimitri Andre, I mean, we need to see fights with him and the Charlo brothers. Vanes Masarosen, who I think beat one of the Charlos. I think he beat Jermell Charlo. Vanes been getting screwed. Of course, Vanes want to leave. But Vanes finna get a fight, so he ain't going nowhere. Vanes is upset, but see, Al don't hold nobody. He's upset because of the decisions. Al got him fights. Something that Bob and everybody else couldn't get him. He got 2 big fights back to back. He just didn't like the decision. Andrade's chin is the question. But it's time for him to fight one of the Charlos. It's time. Now Jamal Charlo is mad because Jamel is left and got his own gym. He's no longer in the same gym as his brother. The twins, you know, they separate. He got his own gym and everything. So Laura, he's no longer trained by Ronnie Shields. So Ronnie Shields wanted to train all 3 champions, but that didn't happen. Now, Laura wants to fight Jermell Charlo, which pissed off Jamal, and that's it. Yes, the Charlo brothers are twins, Lord Illuminati. So now he's challenging him for the title. But the biggest question is what's next for Adrian Broner if he wins. This Trump supporter. You know, it's always a idiot guy. He don't even know nothing Trump running for. Trump was up there talking about Boeing today. I'm like, Boeing? I'm like, why would he be talking about Boeing airplanes? He was just complaining about them the other day. Now he's at Boeing Airport. You know, whenever they don't care about it no more and the presidency don't mean anything no more, you better look out. That means we are just completely for sale. Then to put a reality show actor as our president. What's up, DC? Vegan Steven. Yeah, J-Rock need to get right back on the horse and get back in the mix. Now, a fight with him and Vanes, that'd be cool with me. But 154 is hot. These guys got to start fighting each other. Yeah, Von is disgruntled. I mean, if you won your last 2 fights and you got robbed your last 2 fights, you'll be a little upset. I thought he beat Charlo and I thought he beat Laura. Well, UFC is a company, Marcel. MMA is the sport. Herder Harrison, that's the fight, man. That's another 50-50 fight. That's probably the closest fight you're going to come to. I don't know if Hurd beat Harrison. I really don't. That's close. Oh, Kell Brook all day. I think he might stop Errol Spence. Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. I gotta wait to see what happens when that fight actually happens, because Wilder has hands issues right now. So we gotta see how Anthony Joshua doing his next fight. I heard he's fighting somebody with a pulse. Well, Leon Ross, just because you don't know the guys don't mean they're not top fighters. Kell Brook has stopped fighters that's never been stopped before in their life. He's strong enough to stand up Sean Porter. Who is Errol Spence's fault? Errol Spence's fault, Chris Algieri. Besides that, you don't know a human soul he is fault. But yet, everybody has put Errol Spence on a plateau. And the reason why you put him on this plateau, and I'm not taking nothing away from Errol. Errol is amazing. Errol Spence can box. He's a crafty fighter. Matter of fact, he goes downstairs and upstairs just like Lomachenko or somebody. I mean, this guy is really poised for his age. But the reason why people are so strong on him is because he had a good sparring match against Floyd Mayweather where he gave Floyd a black eye. Then he had the Adrian Broner. He knocked out Adrian Broner in sparring. Those two rumors have been his career. That's it. That's been his promotional card. And everybody starts saying, oh, Errol Spence is the greatest ever. He had a couple of fights where he just didn't look that great either. He had some chink in his armor. Now, the Chris Algieri fight, well, let's look at Chris Algieri. This is a guy who is a basic fighter. He's a nutritionist. And he's transformed over into a fighter, a kickboxer, and turned into a boxer. Well, I interviewed Algieri, as you saw on this list. I interviewed him at the Fitness Expo, and he told me he went into that fight with an injury, but he had to take it for the money because he wasn't going to be able to get another fight. So it's the things he have to do for the money sometimes that the people don't see. So he had an injury going into the Errol Spence fight, and it was re-aggravated in that fight. So he just said, nah, you know what? He got it. I'm done. He wasn't lying. He was hurt for real. I mean, he made a boxing error by always taking his eye off Errol. It's something you can't do. But Chris Algieri is a good person, and he just, when you don't grow up under boxing, you make little minor mistakes that can cost you a fight. Like when you've been out of the ring long enough, you forget to tuck your elbows in. If you don't tuck your elbows in, you can get hit with a body shot that could put you down. Those are the little bitty things you miss and you forget when you're not paying attention or you've been out the ring for a long period of time or what have you. That's a tough fight. But I would take Ray Leonard in that fight against Salvador Sanchez. It would have been a tough fight. I would have picked him. But I'm not going to make this video too long. It's already long enough. I just wanted to talk to y'all live for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down and take a nap and get ready for this. Oh, yeah, David. And the winner of that is fighting Amir Khan. Please. Amir Khan ain't going to fight that guy because that Russian guy is going to beat Peterson. Peterson throws up the shields and invites you to come in. That is the wrong guy to invite to come in. I thought he was Armenian when looking at his name. Edner Warrior. Edner Warrior. I would go live on All Star Saturday, but they might flag me like they did before. You know, I got a lot of enemies now that's after me. They ain't worried about anybody else. They always worried about me because they know I'm telling y'all the truth, and they don't want you to hear the truth. Celebrities want you to hear the stuff that they're putting out. So they don't care if somebody else put a Pluff piece up or that person. But when you see me and I put up a video, you see they pay a lot of attention to that. That's why you don't see me with a 300,000 views, 400,000 views. And people be like, man, we didn't even see the video. I'm like, I know, they block it. So you got to make sure you hit the notification button so you can get notified. Go back and check to see if you subscribe. I mean, they were unsubscribing people who were subscribed to me. How do you do that? How do you do that? People went back and checked and said, man, I've been subscribed to you for I don't know how long. Why is this thing saying I'm unsubscribed? I said, I don't know. I can't tell you. YouTube have not explained that to me. They told me to just tell y'all to hit the notification button. That's because Dante's Boxing Nation didn't, you know, when he talks sometimes he says things a little wrong. If you word it a little better and not make it so aggressive and, you know, and not fanboyish, you'll be all right. Sometimes most of these guys, people don't understand that these guys that's doing the internet now, and they're not media trained. They nobody trained them to be media. You know, they some guys that love boxing, that want to talk boxing, and these boxing companies, since the major media don't want to cover these events, they give these guys credentials. And these guys are going to appreciate it and do a lot more for you. And that's how the internet boxing world came up. Some people got egos because of it and be like, they give me a pass all the time. And I'm here now. So, you know, and everybody's trying to, you know, take the role or take the reins from Fight Hype and all the boxing wars. I mean, that stuff is like hip-hop beef sometimes. You know, I rarely have any time for that stuff. Go Cubs, go. We're going to win it again this year, and then people going to be mad again. But we got a dynasty. We the youngest team to win it since, like, Baltimore of, like, 67 or something. But I need to go take this nap because I don't want to oversleep. Thank y'all, man. I'm glad y'all like that Monica and Brandy story because I know a lot about that. And a lot of people don't. So you'll see a lot of people faking the funk. They ain't going to give you the real because they don't know the real. A lot of them don't. I gave you stuff you didn't even know. But when you know people, you know them. Manchester United for life, that's right. Wait another week, though, and see what place we be in. When we in, like, second place, third place. They gonna be like, Manchester United, they in third. How did they get here? Just wait. NWO for life. All right, y'all. It's your boy Carcino. I'm signing off and taking a nap. All right.